What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Common Sense and Logic. I'm Ronnie.
YouTube, what's going on? I'm Caesar. Welcome back.
Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching our channel and giving us some likes. We're not seeing a lot of people watching us yet, but I guess we're new to this thing, so
yeah, it's new. It's grassroots level,
yeah. And we're doing this as a hobby, right?
Yeah.
We get to chop it down. As they say, some people like to say, chop it down.
Yeah.
Talk about it, these things that are going on, and it was a nice Sunday, first Sunday for football, man.
Yeah, football's back, man.
Niners, baby,
NFL weekend, first weekend. My Baltimore Ravens got beat yesterday, but it's all good.
Week one. Good. Just one, man. But we'll see where it goes. Anyways, man, what you got for us this week?
Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the National Guard being sent out to Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Trump's wanting to send it out to fight the crime out in Chicago. What does everybody think about that? We're gonna talk about it, break it down, to tell you guys what we know about it.
Right. So he actually did that already in Washington, and it worked out pretty good.
All right.
They were against it, and by them I mean the Democrat leaders.
Yeah.
But he actually did send them in there, and they're cleaning up house. And all the residents around there, they're happy with it.
Okay.
They're coming out with videos and all that stuff saying that, hey, check us out. We're able to go out on the streets and, do our thing without no fear, getting
how long
shot
has
and
it
all
been?
that.
How long has it been since they went out there?
I think it might be like maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
Oh, pretty recent. Yeah. And what exactly, just the National Guard posted up somewhere, or what are they doing to combat?
Yeah, they're showing their presence, and they're actually helping out, the law enforcement, local law enforcement, the cops and all that.
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of shootings in Washington apparently, and when you have a lot of that stuff going on, then you don't have enough police.
Yeah, of course.
Enough the detectives to take over the cases, and it's like they're juggling, right?
Right.
They can't do that. So, anyways,
so the National Guard went out there.
Yeah, National Guard went out there and let their presence be known, and yeah, they're doing a good job, man.
Are they actually seeking out criminals, or what exactly are they doing, just other than the presence being there,
I think it's just more just them being there,
being there out in the streets,
being out there in the streets,
around the White House
and
area,
anybody's doing any crimes, any illegal shenanigans, they get them right there with law enforcement, take them out. You know what I mean? So by that, take them out. I mean,
not literally kill them, but just
arrest them, take them through a process of getting arrested and maybe going to jail and all that, but not taken out literally. Because I know some of you are gonna be thinking that way.
Since that worked out in Washington D.C., apparently now they're gonna send them out to Chicago, but you're getting a lot of backlash, a lot of pushback from. Even like, what is it, the mayor of Chicago, right? The mayor of Chicago is like wanting to do it on his own, that he doesn't need the National Guard there or whatever.
The mayor of Chicago happens to be black.
Right.
So I don't understand that, because him as a black person should know that there's a lot of black on black crime over there.
Yeah. I'm sure he does know.
He does know, and
he just doesn't want to be looked at foolishly,
I don't know why he is being looked at foolishly. Because he's freaking with the nonsense that he doesn't want him there. You know what I mean? Like, how much of an idiot can you be?
Right.
You know what I mean? He wants that black on black crime to continue, and I'm talking about murder.
Oh yeah.
Killings. You know what I mean?
Definitely high rate of killing there.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the next move, and they're trying to put up a fight. I'm all for it. I mean, they're talking about bringing them here to California.
Right, which we'll discuss, because Newsom is the same thing.
Yeah,
but
that clown is the same thing, and worse.
Yeah. But so, Chicago right now, they need it. And I'm for it as well.
Yeah.
Send them out there, but a lot of people are saying the president doesn't have the right to send out a National Guard or to interfere with local problems. But I disagree with that. If the governor or the mayor himself and the governor, I guess maybe too, the state of Illinois, if they can't control their city from crime and it's just out of hand, the president does have the right to send out military presence, from my understanding.
Well, yeah, I mean that's in the Constitution too,
Right.
for him to, take over.
Yeah.
So, but these Democrats, they play like they know it all,
Right.
and they twist things because they know a lot of people fall for whatever they're spewing out there.
Right.
So they always come out with like, oh, he's doing something not legal according to the Constitution, and
Uh-huh.
and it's all false.
Yeah, and that's what they put out there with the media.
I mean, common sense and logic, right? Let's play it out already. He went to Washington. He was able to do it.
Right.
Nobody said, oh, yeah, go ahead and do it. No. He needed to. He did it. It worked out. They're happy. And thanks be to that, the mayor of Washington. I forget her name. She's a African-American. She's a black lady.
Okay.
And she came out saying, yeah, good. She gave him props. And she's a Democrat.
And she's
so,
a Democrat, okay.
yeah, she's grateful for that. So it worked out, man. And she doesn't need to be checking with her party, to
Right.
see, because they are going against her too. Like, hey, why are you speaking out and why are you giving him props on that?
Right.
Why? Come on, now she's being appreciative of.
Oh yeah,
of
she's
the action,
grateful that he cleaned up the city, man. He cleaned up the doorsteps of the White House.
And those are the people that we need in leadership.
Right.
You know what I mean? People that care about people, us,
Yeah.
the citizens. You know what I mean? So anybody else that goes against that, like that guy from Chicago right now, he's putting himself first. He's putting himself above everybody else.
Yeah, they play the politics game. They put themselves ahead of the actual safety of the citizens because they want to look good for whatever reason. They don't want to be shown up, and that's I think what the mayor of Chicago is doing. He feels like he's being shown up by the president because he couldn't control his city, which he can't. But it's obvious, it's common sense that he didn't. Otherwise, there wouldn't be any crime.
Yeah.
So yeah, common sense tells you can't handle the crime there, and logic, it tells you if you can't handle the crime, you need help. Why not?
Definitely.
Why not accept the help? What's wrong with that?
Yeah. And we see it here in California with Newsom, right? He doesn't want it to. This clown's, like Newsom, right? I know more about him a little than I do the other guys because he's in the state there where I live at. But this guy was saying, everything's safe out there in the streets and there's no need to panic and blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then as soon as Trump comes out and say, hey, we're cleaning up house everywhere we go, and we're gonna send them over to California.
Right.
He turns around, he's like, oh, wait a minute, we don't need it. But then he turns around and he tries to get law enforcement to go with his plan to try to clean up the crime. So which is it? Are we safe or are we not? You know what I mean?
He's contradicting himself by getting law enforcement involved and him trying to clean up the city himself. When at first he said
it was safe.
Crime. Yeah, it's safe. City of Los Angeles.
So now because he does,
safe.
Yeah, now that he sees that Trump might come in and do the good, and he's gonna take credit for it. Now he's playing the part, and he's talking he's talking to everybody and saying, hey, we need to clean up our cities, and he doesn't want to really use that language, like clean it up, let's stop crime and all that. He doesn't say anything.
He's avoiding that terminology.
Yeah, he'll just say, hey, we really need to just go out there and check everything, see everything's fine or whatnot. It's like, it's not safe, knucklehead. We all know that.
Yeah, there's the city of Oakland, which is horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
and businesses are closing down, shutting down.
Same thing in downtown LA. Yeah. I mean, it's everywhere. There's smash and grabs almost every day, dude.
Yeah.
Street takeovers. There's all kinds of freaking negative stuff.
And it all started with during the Biden presidency, where all these lenient laws, lenient against criminals, where smash and grab, it just came about, because they really couldn't put a harsh penalty on that.
Yeah.
So they took advantage of it, and I guess
they still are.
It carried over, but now all that craziness that built up. You got to take harsh steps now. Bring in the military, bring in the National Guard, and clean it up, man. If it's gonna clean up the city, why are you against it? Common sense tells you yes. let's clean it up.
Some people are not going to like it, but those are the people that are involved in doing something that
Right.
shouldn't be
Illegal.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, remember when that three-strike law came out
Yep.
a while back? That put a lot of people on check, man.
Oh, yeah.
It stopped a lot of crime. So
Yeah, they didn't want to be sent for life on
yeah,
the third
so
strike.
I think they should do something like that. But what he's doing right now, it's enough. And we'll see what happens, man. But what else do you know about Chicago? What's going on over there? Because I'm not.
Oh yeah, I saw on the on Instagram, or it might have been Facebook. I'm not sure, but it was via TikTok. But I don't have TikTok, but I guess it was a TikTok video
Mhm.
where a gang member from Chicago came out saying, "Do not send the National Guard out here.
What?
We're on the gangs over here on a different level. This is not This is not Los Angeles. This is not, I forgot what his other city he said.
I haven't
But
seen
we're
that.
on another level. He's stating, and there's over 100,000 gangs here. If the National Guard is being sent up, we're gonna fight back.
Wow.
The switch is gonna be turned on, which is kind of laughable. I mean, because you're going up against military grade weapons, man. Like, come on, really?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that they would actually say something like that
Yeah.
against our military. It has nothing to do with the president at that point.
Yeah.
It's our men and women that are fighting. You know what I mean?
U.S. soldiers, correct.
Screw that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look it up. It's funny. I mean, it's obviously the gang member was a black man, African American, and yeah, pretty much threatening that we're gonna fight back. All the gangs here are different. This is not Los Angeles and what have you. We're on a different level. So
see, folks, that's exactly why we need someone like President Trump.
yeah.
How in the hell are you gonna threaten military like that? Dude?
Right.
That's a freaking threat, dude.
Oh yeah.
And it shouldn't be taken lightly.
It's pretty laughable. I mean,
Lightly.
because the U.S. has the ability to send a drone up over there and just target your location and just boom, you're gone. So you're really gonna compete against that? Like, it's laughable.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they come to their senses, dude. It doesn't happen.
Yeah, you don't want that, you know.
Because that's like
There's gonna be a lot of dead bodies if that happens. There's gonna be a lot of sad singing and flowers being taken to funerals for the bodies of these gang members, which is it's gonna be bad news for them.
I mean, common sense and logic. If these guys out there on the street are trying to go against the military, you guys should talk to the cartels, man. Because not even them, dude.
Yeah, they respect it on a level because they know they don't want to mess with the president or military.
So I mean, no disrespect to anybody out there, man, but you use your common sense and logic. You know what I mean? And
yeah, common sense and logic tells you, really, are you going to go up against military grade weapons?
And that's not out there, dude. And we're asking you to rethink.
Yeah, rethink it.
What you're saying, what you're thinking. It's not out there.
Yeah, we get it. You're trying to show your bravado and your macho side, but
not only that, you're protecting your hood, your money, whatever else.
Right.
I know a little something about that, but is it really worth it, man? Like.
Right.
I mean, you're gonna bring more violence. They're going in there because there's some violence, and if you're gonna act up like that, you're gonna create more violence, which means that they're gonna have to be more aggressive.
Right. Yeah.
It's not gonna be a win situation for y'all.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose situation. If you go up against them, you're gonna encounter military power, and
Not only that, but you might just piss off a lot of regular Joes out there.
The regular citizens.
Regular citizens, because a lot of us don't like that, man. Like that's part of our, like, how would I say that? Not part of our property, but you know what I mean. Like, what am I trying to say here? Like we love these guys. These guys are actually fighting for you guys when anything else happens, outside the U.S.
Right.
So you're treating them as your enemy just because
they're gonna go into the city and try to clean it up.
Yeah, man.
I think it just falls back. It sounds like it all falls back on the hatred of President Trump. They're letting that get to the best of them. Because really, common sense and logic. Why wouldn't you want your city to be cleaned up? But you made a good point. It's probably the people that are illegal
Well, it's gotta be.
activities that are complaining.
Yeah,
It's gonna threaten their money.
It's gotta be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's gotta be because they're gonna take away, your freaking criminal behavior.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why you're pissed off. But there's residents in your neighborhood that don't even want you guys there.
Yeah, going back to
So-
the residents, the citizens. I mean, they were thankful in Washington D.C.
Yeah.
Right? They came out and
Yeah.
said thank you.
Yes, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. So.
So, I mean, what is this world coming to? Huh?
Yeah. I would think they're thankful not only about the crime, but I don't know if homelessness was involved too. But at least they can walk the streets now without worrying about homelessness and crime. Because usually when there's homelessness, there's crime.
Yeah.
We all know that, common sense is logic. Wherever you see a lot of homeless people, there's going to be crime involved. It goes hand in hand. So the citizens, I'm sure, grateful they could walk the streets and not be walking over homeless and worrying about being attacked or mugged or what, killed.
Well, here in California, in San Francisco, I don't know if they're still doing it, but at one point they were actually asking the residents to not lock up their cars,
Okay.
not to roll up their windows, to leave it open, basically, for the criminals, just to go in there, like, take all your belongings,
All your valuables.
your valuables, and don't leave anything in there, and so that way they won't have to break your doors and windows to get in there.
Yeah, I think I heard something like that, but still, I mean, you want to leave your doors unlocked for them to go in there and sleep over in the night, If it's homeless people, obviously the criminals just want in and out, grab valuables and leave. But if it's a homeless person, I would think if they could open the car, they're gonna take a nap,
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if it's a cold night.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a lot of nonsense, but yeah, if that's what he needs to do, Trump needs to bring it to all the states and cities that need some cleaning up. I'm
for it. I'm for it as well. I mean, yeah. I mean, people are just saying that he's overstepping his power boundaries or whatever. But hey, if the city governor, I mean the state governor or the city mayors can't handle it, man, you gotta take the next step.
You're talking about those idiots, those dumb ones that don't use their common sense and logic. And if that offends you, maybe you're one of them.
Right.
But remember that one time when they were saying defund the police?
Yes.
Like, they weren't listening to what they were saying, because if something happened to them, like they were involved in some kind of crime, something happened to them, they got jacked or something like that, they would call the police.
Of course. Yeah.
If a fire would happen, they would call the police and the fire department.
Yeah, yeah.
So how does that defund the police thing go?
That's no common sense.
No common sense.
Or logic.
And then they try to do it in California, and where if there was a confrontation between some individuals, the police wasn't being called. They had some other people come in, like mediators.
Uh-huh.
They weren't law enforcement. They were like volunteers or something like that.
Really?
Nothing to do with the law or anything. Maybe they knew something about like psychology, but that failed. That didn't work.
Yeah, that seems.
You need the presence of law enforcement.
You need to see physical presence, manpower.
It always worked since day one, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The law has been around
Since the back in the Wild Wild West days, man. In the Wild Wild West. In the Wild West, the West was wild, but
it was wild, and guess who put it on check?
Yeah.
The law did.
U.S. Marshals, sheriffs, all that.
Yeah. So
even the cavalry, the military, by which was the U.S. Army, they were known as the cavalries.
Yeah.
Was yeah. I mean, it goes all the way back to the beginnings of in the United States. The beginnings.
Humans.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to take it that far back, but as far as the United States itself, it goes back to the Wild Wild West.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I think he should do it, and he already said. I think I heard him say that if they don't want him to do it there, then he's gonna go ahead and take it to New York, because they also need it up there.
And that's his, I think, home state, right? Home city.
Yeah, and then I think so, and so he's basically he doesn't want to really force it, and he's being cool about it.
Right.
And it's kind of like making an offer to them, like, hey, You got a lot of crime in your state. You know, you guys need some help because we could do it.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So he's asking.
Yeah, but
kind of like when he asked Mexico if they needed help with the cartel,
right,
they turned him down, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But going back to that, Mexico said no because I mean, the government there's corrupt, so it was gonna take.
Yeah.
It was gonna take because the government and the cartel are tied in.
Right.
So it's gonna take money from the corrupt politicians. So
right.
hey, who's to say that that's not going on in Chicago? Maybe governor, mayor, whatever. They're all. You know, they're all involved in the crime, and they're gonna take. Well, it just doesn't make sense why they would be against.
Well, that's a good point because common sense and logic, right?
Yeah.
If you look at these guys that are politicians and are up there, and you see how much they get paid for doing that job.
Yeah.
And then you look at see how much they're worth, the net worth.
Doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up at all. So yeah, they're getting some dirty money somehow, man.
So they're getting some little.
And I'm not accusing people out there of doing that. I'm just saying they don't come out and explain how they got all that money when you got this. It's like me saying I get $20 an hour. But you got to look at my bank account, I got $1 million.
Yeah.
So how am I going to explain that?
Yeah.
You know,
the math, not mathing.
It wouldn't even have to get to $1 million. You know, 500,000. Yeah. They'll be looking at me already like, hey, hold on, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Where are you getting all this money from? You know. So, yeah, crooks. You know, they're
crooked politicians. That might be the case, man.
I'm pretty sure that is the case.
Yeah.
So. Take them out.
There's a lot of details in being politics. I'm sure they get what do you call it?
Kickbacks.
Money. Yeah, kickbacks. That's the word. They get kickbacks from little deals. I don't know. You know, they agree to whatever their dealings is. Yeah. There's so many details, but they get kickbacks here and there. So.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's not only the money that they're getting from the taxpayers; they get our money too, and they pocket a lot of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So, you know, like I said, they're crooks. And if you don't believe me, look at the cities here in California. A lot of them have been busted where they're misusing the money, or money just disappears.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they go and look at their bank accounts and it's sitting in there.
Yeah.
So it happens everywhere. It happens more often than people think it does.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different story.
Yeah, exactly.
But as for now, I actually hope that they do come here to California and clean it all up.
Yeah.
Because California is a nice
state.
And
I think they might, man, because the Olympics are coming next year, and the Olympics,
that's right.
The Olympics and
the World Cup.
Yeah. So they're gonna clean it up because they don't want the tourists to see the shitholes of some of these cities in the United States. You know the way they are. So they're gonna clean it up. I believe in it. It's the 250th birthday of the United States of America next year as well. The big celebration. So Trump wants it to be nice and clean, man. Nice and clean. Yeah. So I think it'll happen.
Yeah, I hope so. And you guys gotta look at it too. Like, you know, why is it that it's been like this for a few years? All this mess, and now the people in charge, the Democrats, they're going to be acting like they want to do something about it. But that's only because of those events that you're saying that are coming up. Right. Kind of like what they did in San Francisco when I forgot who came over, the Asian, who was it? I'm sorry, I'm bad with names, but.
What year was this? How long ago?
A couple of years ago, during COVID. Some higher up from Asia, I think it was from Japan or China. Point is, some leaders, they came over and they cleaned up San Francisco real quick. Like they did it like within 2 days. They don't. Yeah, they don't want the image of the city. They don't. Yeah, that. But they also want credit, like saying, "Look, we can manage, we could do it." But why is it that they only do it when it benefits them? Yeah, and that's what they're doing right now. They actually want to do something about this whole mess in California only because they don't want Trump to get that credit. And Trump doesn't really care about who gets credit or not because. He cares about the people, but I can't believe that there's a lot of dumbass people out there that still can't see what's going on. Yeah, they don't see it, but so, and you guys know who I'm talking about. It's not everybody out there, right? And again, I go back to I think it was on the first episode where I mentioned about this because sometimes we forget. This is not edited, you know. This is raw. I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not even gonna do that. Yeah. Retakes. So when we get passionate about something and we use some kind of language like that, I apologize again. But then again, it's like you should know when I'm talking to you or not. Again, people have. I've been in certain places, audience where the speakers they're saying something, and I take what applies to me,
Yeah.
and what doesn't. So I don't get offended or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Right. You know when they're speaking to you or directly or
And that's what I'm doing right now. When I say dumbass people, I mean, you guys should know who you are.
you know if you're a dumbass or not.
Yeah, and again, it's only in the subject that we're talking about, like, because obviously I don't know you guys, so I'm not gonna say you're a dumbass, and that's you. That's your whole livelihood.
Right.
No, it's just on the subject, man. I've been called that too. Ronnie, you're a dumbass. But it's on the. I don't get all crybaby about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the subject, and then I'll take it. And if I see that I don't know what I'm talking about, then yeah, I'll tell myself, dude, like you are a dumbass in this subject.
Yeah.
Brush it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about. That's what people should do.
Yes. What do you guys think out there about the President Trump sending the troops out there, the National Guard, to clean up the city of Chicago? I'm for it.
I'm for it too, even though you guys call him a dumbass.
Yeah, I think it's just.
He doesn't cry about it. He laughs.
Yeah, I think. I think the hatred for Trump runs deep, and it's clouding the thought process of a lot of people.
Big time.
For where common sense and logic should be taking place, but it clouds their judgment and their hatred towards the president. They're just trying to go against everything he's doing.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make sense. If he's trying to clean up the city, why are you going against it?
Yeah. And there's a bunch of people, because when we see videos about protesting certain things and when they gather together and all that, there's a lot of people that go against him. Like you said, they're blinded only because they don't like him.
I think they call it a TDS.
Yeah. Trump
deranged
syndrome.
Okay, yeah. It just clouds their mind.
It's a thing now. Yeah.
Definitely clouds their mind. People are obsessed with him in a bad way, like where they're just constantly speaking negatively about him.
And I get it. The media has a lot to do with it.
Oh, yeah, man, no doubt. Mainstream news, man.
I'm sure most of the people watching, maybe not only our channel, but other channels, they're adults. So
right.
How can you go by whatever the media tells you? It's like
they're zombies just watching the news over and over, and it's rotting their mind, and they eat up. They're brainwashed.
I mean, we're the only ones with common sense out here, because it's almost like on a smaller scale, right? You hear that a person it's all kinds of bad things, right?
Right.
But you don't really know that person. How stupid is it to believe everything that someone else is saying about that person that you don't even know and just go by that?
Exactly.
Like, you shouldn't. If you don't know that person at all, I'm not telling you, you're going to be cautious about it, but you're not going to be like, dismiss that person completely and be like, oh, I could never be friends. I could never get to know him because I heard so much negative stuff.
Yeah, without meeting them in person or knowing really what the.
That's a sucky way to live.
Right. Yeah, that's not good, man.
So I mean, anything else on that?
I think that's it. I mean, I can't think of anything. You guys, if we missed anything, any important information with what we're talking about, let us know, man. Leave us a comment. You might have missed something, and we'll revisit it on another episode. But I think that's all I got.
Or let us know if you're against, them coming into your city, and your city is having a lot of crime.
Let us know why.
Let us know, but no gangsters, because we already know why.
No criminals, but we'll know why you're against it.
For
the regular folk, let us know.
The hardworking Americans, if you live in one of those cities where there's a lot of crime and you disagree with the National Guard coming in to clean it up, let us know why.
Yeah.
Maybe we're missing something. Help us out.
To us, common sense and logic tells you if they want to clean up the city, and the state governor or the city mayor on the local level couldn't do it, then hey, what's wrong with the National Guard going in there and helping with fighting crime?
Exactly. All right, folks. So I think that's it.
That's it. We're checking out, man. Until the next time. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Caesar.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and check us out and give us a like, subscribe, leave some comments out there, and remember, common sense and logic. If you have it, you know what we're talking about. If you don't,
Keep coming back, yeah.
if you've seen a couple of episodes, you would think that you would get it by now.
Right.
But if you don't, keep coming back. And again, maybe you can join us. You know what I mean?
We'll help you through the process.
Well, thank you so much, YouTube.
Thank you
Love
guys.
you guys.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.